What's up, so Truth Team? Listen, it never seems to amaze me as much when I hear or read that these shooters are loose lippers, okay? Because if you look at all the street niggas that's supposed to be street niggas in real life on the internet, they talk a lot. And that's how people that's not indulge in street activities or in the streets know so much about their day in the life because they tell us on the internet. And when we talk about it, they say stay out of street business, but they brought it on the internet. Anyway, I'll never understand that. Now, one thing in particular that I'm bringing this up for, because we're about to get into a lot of that, okay? Now, not as far as the internet, but as far as they get in jail and they get the yapping. They get into prison, they get the yapping. They get around their homies, they get that yapping. And you may be like, Mickey, where you going with this? Well, today we're going to do a follow-up video on the murder for hire case in Chicago, which Lil Durk has been implemented as cashing out. Now, he hasn't been charged, but nevertheless, he's looking a little ripe to be individual A. Let's get into it.
We have Mickey Truth.
Who is this? You got Mickey Truth kicked out.
Shout out Mickey.
Let's get one thing clear. This your girl, Mickey Truth. Case overview, okay? Two defendants, Anthony Montgomery-Wilson, aka AJ, and Preston Powell, aka Marley, are charged with murder for hire resulting in death. The victim is Stephon Mack, aka Youngin. We have talked about him in the past. Yes. We have went over the indictment. Yes. So, allegedly, the connection to Lil Durk is the murder was ordered by a rapper linked to OTF. Only the family, for those who don't know. And you may be like, well, shoot, how do we know it's Lil Durk? It could be Duty Low. It could be OTF DD. It could be anybody else that's in the OTF that's a rapper. I mean, you would be right. Until you find out the details that one of the suspects is indulging in during the conversation. Okay. Now, I'll be honest. As far as the two that's charged at this point, I don't see how they get up out of that. Okay, because they have surveillance footage of the shooting. We have went over the still shots of that. They are now linking the video to a recorded conversation with one of the suspects. Yeah, you see where we're going with this conversation? Yeah, okay. Now, also, a security guard was shot by one of the defendants. So they got a whole lot going on. Now, evidence, they have a lot. Now, it's a couple people, okay? I'm like, well, why they ain't arrested if they part of it? But no additional arrests at this time have been made other than these two. They have cell phone data with DNA tied to AJ. And I'm going to call him by AJ, but that's Montgomery-Wilson in the abandoned getaway car. Yeah, crazy. A coffee cup with Marley, who is Powell on the case, right? Fingerprints. Text messages, okay? With the two discussing payment from OTL shortly after the murder. Like, if you think that's crazy, let's get into the jailhouse confession. And before we get into it, as always, all information used in this breakdown is available on my Patreon. Anything I talk about coming from documents is going to be available over there. And definitely, you can always go to Pacer and retrieve the documents. And if you're part of the Truth Team membership over there on Patreon, definitely go take a look. Now, the jailhouse confession. The FBI put a jailhouse snitch, jailhouse informant, jailhouse CS in the cell with AJ. Now, a couple things stand out to me. Is he just a loose lipper? Or is he just loose lip with people he know? Because when we get into this conversation, I'm pretty convinced he had to know him. Because I just don't want to believe that somebody is that freely talking about a murder, the details of the murder, answering questions about the murder, and don't get suspicious while somebody's asking follow-up questions like the police. I'm just saying. Now, again, he's going to talk about it all. About the cash bounty allegedly placed by OTF affiliate rapper. Now, they don't call him by name, but a couple pieces of detail, I mean, we can only assume. He even admits to another shooting. I mean, like, why not? Let's add it. So with that being said, hey, we're going to get into one of my famous PowerPoints. I took chunks of the conversation out of the document that was filed. It was 24 pages. I did my summary, but I want to get into the conversation that was presented in the 24 pages, okay? Now, according to what I was able to research, this statement, their Powell, which is Marley, aka Marley, his legal team wants this thrown out because his name is mentioned so much. He's pretty much saying, yeah, I did it and he did it. Yeah, that type of stuff. However, the government is like, nah, it's not no violation of your rights because at the end of the day, he freely was talking about it. So at the end of the day, it just happened to be recorded. All right. They say it's not testimonial. And the statements against entrance qualify under Rule 804, to be exact. All right. So now that we got that out of the way, and again, this is all my opinion for sure. Let's get into this PowerPoint and see what all was said. All right. Now, these are coming directly from the documents. Okay. It says in the course of discussing the murder, okay, this is AJ told the CS that he had shot another victim 4 days earlier using an AR in the same car. And he says, but Youngin and Odom M. Elfer. So he was in a little program for FEDS, shorty. So whole time he going out, he don't really be talking to M. Elfer. You know what I'm saying? But shorty and them end up knowing who we was and put their homie on point. And they put Marley on point. So I just, on mic, I just had dropped Lil Fred off. You feel what I'm saying? I just dropped Lil Fred off. Remind you, probably 4 days ago, this same car that I used to F dude up, that I was just telling you at Johnson, at Inglewood on 63rd, right across from Murder's Crib, nigga, with the AR. Now, this is why I'm like, he had to know. Because how the world would he know who Murder is to know across from Murder Crib? Okay. He had to know from the area because how else would you know Inglewood and 63rd? Okay. And who the hell is Lil Fred? If I wasn't from the area, I'd be like, also, is Lil Fred your homeboy? He ain't asked no follow-up questions according to this document. All right. So let's keep going because we got quite a few to get through. Now, during the same jail recording, it says, but they man called Marley. Marley got the inside source. I called Marley. Man, where you at? Man, I'm at the crib on 103rd on mic. I'm going to grab you. Even though I ain't never did ish with him before, I done heard of him getting wild. He ain't got no or nothing. He done got some attempts. You feel what I'm saying? Little flunky-ish, but he don't really be getting wild. Well, thanks for that backstory on him, okay? Like, and this is all why you're sitting in your cell bored. I want to ask, y'all don't think his antennas went off? Like, this kind of weird that old buddy come in here and want to talk about this situation. Just saying, that's kind of weird, right? I would have shut down if anything, even if that was my homie, my A1 day one. Why you want to talk in here about this particular situation? I don't care how much time. Let's read the Bible, okay? Now, continue on during the jail call, okay? This suspect, AJ, goes into even more details, allegedly, right? Said, I told on Mike. For one, you already know he from Chicago with all this on somebody. We pulled up, Ninja, his homie calling us, his homie, and we pull up to the lot. They tell us, man, there's an armed security guard. I'm cool on Mike. I tell Marley, Ninja, you ain't got to do ish, Ninja. Keep the security guard off us, Ninja. I on my dead knees. You ain't got to do ish, Ninja. Make sure the security guard stay in his place, shorty. Keep an eye on the security guard, Ninja. We pulled up, Ninja, on Mike. We waited right there, like 20 minutes, Ninja. I'm on FaceTime with little Fred. And they, man, keep us on FaceTime. I want to hear the shots. I want to hear this ish. Nigga ain't even supposed to made it that far, Ninja. Only reason he made it that far, folk, I had that big gun, and I couldn't. I really don't want to be trying to shoot from a distance. I'm trying to get up on it, on top of you. Listen, I get your cousin back, though. Ain't that the name of that song? Now the lyrics starting to make a little sense. Close that back door, starting to make a little sense. Allegedly, I mean, they saying it. It's starting to make sense because did he just say the dude homie dropped the low? Oh, y'all let me know. And then, is that what y'all got from that? And I'm trying to be a little animated, but I had like, whoa. Let's keep going. Now, this is another part of the conversation. So AJ said, yeah, I had a standard, folk, with a 60 round in that itch on Mike. Like 3 shots out. When he first came out, Marley said to me, wait until he gets to his car. Yep, tweaking. By the time he gets to his car, that's enough time to get a pipe. The jailhouse snitch said, scratch off anything? AJ responded, man, Al, who soon as he makes it halfway out in between our car and his car, bust. Not you answering follow-up questions is wild to me. Bust the door down. He already was on the car when he first came out the door. He on y'all car? Red flag ain't going off yet, but hey, let's keep going. He was on our car when he first came out the door. This AJ. He looked, we behind tent. Car run, it's quiet though. It's a 300. I'm like, throw the door. Doom, doom, doom. I swing that itch towards the door because there's an ninja. His little mentor dude came out with him. I ain't even shoot at him. I just made him run back in. By this time, Marley tossing them down. The mentor dude, red flag, huh? The mentor dude, no, he tossing Youngin down. He tossing him down, shorty. Like, dang, at this point, you don't see he trying to be too on point with your story? Well, I don't know nothing. You know? Okay. Whew. Now, it was text messages between the 2 suspects or 2 defendants. We have previously went over that. I'm not going to go over again in this video. However, hey, we're going to have to do a live on this and chop it down as it goes. Don't know when. I'm pretty sure things are just kicking up. Now, like I said, to me, AJ just talk too much, okay? I don't even care if he did know who he was talking to. Talk too much. And ultimately, that's going to be the nail in the coffin, not only for him, for Marley, and possibly Lil Durk. Now, the reason why I say possibly Lil Durk, because like I said, hell, for all we know, you know what I'm saying, it could be any of the alleged OTF rappers. But this situation get a little touchy. You know why? Because in the text message between the 2 defendants, they say that individual A has an interview. Now, hey, all I'm saying is I don't remember Duty Low or none of them having no interviews this particular day. The $1 million worth of game interview was Lil Durk. So that's the only piece to me that made me feel like, yeah, Lil Durk probably individual A. Now, y'all know, I was like, shit, we don't know who it is. We still don't know, but according to this document that they putting out, it seemed like individual A would have to be Lil Durk, because who else had an interview that day? Now, hey, if one of y'all have heard somebody else, then y'all put it in the comments. So with that being said, y'all, I appreciate y'all for tuning in. Y'all get in the comments, let me know what you think. And as always, like, comment, share, subscribe, tell a friend to pull up on your girl, Mickey Truth. And thank y'all for all the prayers and the wishes. I'm recording it now, but you know, tomorrow, when you are watching this, I will be in the hospital, but I will be back with more content. I'm out. And like I said throughout the video, that's my opinion. And if you don't like it, guess what? I'm like, fuck you. Hold on, wait, before I go, y'all make sure y'all tap in with me to book your slot. A lot of y'all be hitting me up on Instagram and the email wanting to just talk about content, whether you're an up-and-coming content creator or somebody just got questions about cases or whatever. Book your consultation with me now. The information is on the screen. Hey, make sure you get your slot, because my slots be filling up fast.
This is the weakest, give a fuck about what they scream.
Holla!
Shout out Mickey. Mickey, you gonna be big. Like,
I'm trying to conquer the world, coming from where I come from. Hey, this your girl, Mickey Truth, #1 blogger in South Carolina.